Hi, Tylord here with a pickup video for the month of September. This is stuff I picked up over September by way of garage sale or thrift store. I also have some packages from some friends here I want to share. If I look fatter, it's not me, it's my television set, just smaller. So I'm not bigger, my TV's smaller. I replaced my big CRT TV with this smaller one. It was a 26-inch. I didn't want my kids climbing up on it and crushing each other. I have a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they're climbing all over everything. So I got rid of this big TV. I put it out in the garage. When they get bigger, I'll put it back in here. And then I had another big CRT TV in the bedroom that we play games on and watch television. I got rid of that one too, just to be safe. Anyway, hope everyone had a good September and a good summer. We're into fall right now, and I'm glad it's here. It's finally cooling down here in California. It was a long, hot summer, and I don't like that kind of thing. So I'll be happy when it gets cooler. It feels really good right now. I love this weather right now. I really love October's because that's the month, well, the last day of October, the 31st. I usually call off that day and take my kids out trick-or-treating or take them to a church function or whatever to get candy. So I'll have the day off and take the kids out. I also like October because it's been a tradition over the past 5 or 10 years, however long it's been. My wife and I usually watch all of the Cinemassacre Monster Madness videos. We save them up and put them on a playlist. All the monster movie reviews done on Cinemassacre. We usually do a marathon on Halloween night, watch all of those monster movie reviews after the kids go to bed. But the last couple of years, I think this year and last year, Cinemassacre wasn't doing the Monster Madness anymore. But luckily, I found my new guy, Colton West. I've been subbed to him for a couple of years now. He does movie reviews. He's doing something similar. He's doing horror movie reviews for the month of October. So I'm going to save up all of those and watch them on Halloween. It'll be fun. I think I found him because of his Jaws reviews. He likes to review the Jaws movies. He's a big Jaws fan like me. Anyway, so I'm going to start off with a package I got from my buddy CatsGamesWhatever from Quebec. He sent me this package from Canada. He didn't have to do that. This probably cost a fortune to send this. I sent him some video game manuals, some Nintendo and Game Boy manuals I found at a yard sale. I sent them to him, but it didn't cost me anything. I just sent them in envelopes. They didn't have to deal with customs or anything. He sent me this big, nice case. Well, the case got wet in Sacramento, but everything inside is fine. They salvaged it. Just the case got wet. Anyway, yeah, so my buddy Joel from CatsGamesWhatever. Yeah, CatsGamesWhatever is a great example of a really great channel that doesn't need a lot of production value. Like, he gets the message across. He has some great conversations, and he shares off his collection. But he has a pretty interesting channel, a lot of interesting conversations with not much production value. So I guess you don't have to have a lot of production value to be a good channel. He's a good example of that. I imagine he could do something really great, but he's the type of guy that doesn't set this as a priority, making videos. Also, even playing video games and collecting. That's why I really like this guy, and most of the pretty much all the friends I have on YouTube don't really prioritize with games and YouTube on the forefront. You got to put your family and your life and your job ahead of that, and this is just like a hobby. That's why I really like Cats. He's always, I can tell this is just a hobby for him, and he puts his priorities straight. But that being said, he does do great videos, very interesting conversations. Sometimes he rants and gets upset. He gets agitated pretty easily. Yeah, he's one of my favorite Canadians, one of my favorite Quebecers. He's right up there with Roaming Dan and the Mountie. Anyway, but he sent me a letter. I can't do his voice. He doesn't really have a French accent or anything, but to Steve and family, thanks again for the manuals. I included a couple of things for your daughters and a necklace for your wife. I didn't know what game to send, but I hope you like what's inside anyway. If someone doesn't like something, my apologies. I know you only said you were on YouTube for your weight challenges, but don't sell yourself short. You're a great guy, and the channel's the same because of it. Wishing you and your family all the best. Joel, CGW. Yeah, so he sent me a nice letter, and then he sent me some goodies. He sent me one of these really nice retro USB controllers. I have one of these, now I have two of them, which will be nice. I can hook this up to my Retro Bro Pi, or even my computer. It's always good having these. I have a couple Nintendo styles, and I had one of these styles. Now I have two of them, which is awesome. Uh-oh, don't wrap this cord around here. Dean from RetroNobody will get mad. I'll wrap it up nicely in a minute. He sent me a little Ryu Pixel keychain. Looks like he says something too. Yeah, hey. Hadouken. Joel must know I like Street Fighter. That's probably one of my top video game franchises. One of my favorites. And then he sent my wife this nice little necklace. I wish I could get my wife to wear jewelry. I'll get it on her somehow. And then he sent my daughters these nice little activity books. Scratch and Sketch ballet activity book. Looks like a lot of little glitter and activities and drawing and stuff. My girls will like that. They love making messes with stuff like that. And my little one really likes to read and do activities. And then vacation activity book here for the little girls. This is really nice of him to think of my family. And then year-round activities, all kinds of fun little activities and games in these books. So I got all those from my main man, Joel, from Quebec. Then on to my other random pickups for the month. This stuff is nothing special, nothing great, just stuff I get a kick out of. I got some VHSs. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but it is my dream to one day have my man cave lined up with shelves with old VHS movies I liked. Like kind of like for the wallpaper, just have shelves lined with VHS tapes. Look like an old video store. So I've been collecting a lot of VHS tapes. I can get them for 25 cents a piece at the highest. Anyway, so I got Back to the Future 2. I really like this movie. Saw it at the show when I was a kid. I think it was like 1990 it came out. It came out 5 years after the first one, so this was highly anticipated and it didn't disappoint me. I really like this movie a lot. This is one I just get glued to. I can't put it on and expect to get anything done. Once I put this on, I get glued to it, kind of like the first Back to the Future. Yeah, so I have this on VHS now. I have the Blu-ray collection, but kind of wanted this for my VHS collection. And then I think I might have had one of these, but just to be safe, they're 25 cents. So I got Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom. I really love Indiana Jones, not as much as Bond, like not anywhere near as much as James Bond, but these are just top-notch quality movies from Spielberg and Lucas. And then I got the old Star Wars trilogy. The gal at the music store said she assumed someone would buy these if she had them displayed together. She had all three of these Star Wars movies displayed together, and sure enough I bought them. 75 cents for all of them. I think they might be sought after. This is the set that came out in the 90s. I remember it was remastered. It was before they did all that crap to it, the special edition crap. There might be minor changes in here, but they're pretty true to the originals. I think they just got digitally remastered. I wouldn't know what the changes are from the originals to these because I was pretty young then, and So these are the versions I remember the most. And then I got a WWF. This is actually with the F at the end, so it's a little bit older. WWF Rebellion. I don't know. I was kind of falling off of wrestling at this time, even before it lost the F and got the E. I was kind of losing interest in it. But I know these are kind of sought after, these old WWF tapes. I might give this to Dan from the Rebel Gaming Club. I know he collects these. I don't know if he has it already. Speaking of Rebel Gaming Club, the NES years, the music CD, their brand new CD, limited print. I don't think he printed out many of these. I got one of them. I had to jump on that and buy one of these. I think he may be printing a second batch of them right now. But they're probably going to be hard to get, so I would hit him up now if you want one. This has all of these awesome little songs they do on old Nintendo games, like Contra, Double Dragon, Skate or Die. I've heard all of these on YouTube before. I guess you can listen to them for free on YouTube, but it's awesome to have the actual official CD here. I don't even know if I'm going to open this. I might just keep it sealed. Mega Man, Pocket Full of Nothing, Castlevania. Oh, the Dig Dug song's on here too. Yeah, awesome. And then I thought he gave me, these were business cards, but they're actually little stickers. So I have two Rebel Gaming Club stickers here. So now I have Rebel Gaming Club stickers, a tight white t-shirt, and a Retro Game Players hat. So I'm getting all kinds of goodies. Alright. And then I was at Walmart to get a new mouse for my computer. My mouse quit working. I can't handle using that little touchpad to do stuff. I do a lot of editing and I like to compose little music and stuff, and I need to be precise with a mouse. So I just cannot do that touchpad. I know if I gave it some time, I would probably figure it out, but I don't want to put time into that. So I had to get a new wireless mouse for my computer. When I was at Walmart, I saw something that caught my eye in the $5 bin of the DVDs. I'm a huge shark movie fan. Jaws is my favorite movie, of course. I love all the Jaws sequels, even Jaws the Revenge. And then I even like crappy knockoff shark movies. And that's exactly what this is. Mega Shark 8 movie collection. So this has a lot of my favorite crappy shark movies. Some of them I already have, but a lot of these I didn't have. It has Toxic Shark. I've never heard of that, so I have to give that a watch. Shark in Venice. I've seen that one. That one is hilarious. I think it has old Stephen Baldwin is in there. Malibu Shark Attack. I've seen that one. Hilarious. Shark Man. I've seen that one. That one is hilarious. That with William Forsythe. Okay, and then it has the Shark Attack movie. Shark Attack, I didn't have Shark Attack 1, it has Shark Attack 2, I didn't have Shark Attack 2. Shark Attack 3 Megalodon, that's the one everyone likes. That's the crappy shark movie of all crappy shark movies. That's on here. I already had that one, but it's cool to have it again here. And then Shark Zone, which I think was originally Shark Attack 4. I have that one on DVD. I like all of these crappy movies. Back when I had a lot of free time, I would just waste time watching crap like that all the time. Oh, and then I couldn't pass up Deliverance. Was there for a few bucks. Was it $5 or less? Deliverance. I didn't have that in my collection. This is a really, really scary movie to me. I know it's not a horror movie, but this is a... I find this movie scary. It's like these city boys that get stuck out in the boondocks. I don't want to go into detail what happens to them, but I'm sure you're pretty aware of what happens. What makes it scary too is these guys are all like beta males, with the exception of Burt Reynolds' character, and he's the one that gets injured. So then these guys are in a world of hurt. Anyway, not really a horror movie, suspense thriller. I say it's as scary as any horror movie though. Now I got some good stuff at garage sales, or good for me at least. Stopped at a yard sale and got all of these for $10. It's hard to pass up GameCube games, so I got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Not a big fan of that movie. I usually tend to like Tim Burton movies, but not all of them are my favorite. This was alright. I saw it at the show. Of course, you can't top the Gene Wilder one. But there's a video game of it. Who knows if it's good or not. I'm probably gonna trade it or just add it to the library. Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse. This is a Capcom game, so I assume it's really good. I haven't heard much about it, but that's a GameCube game. Mickey Mouse in the Magical Mirror. So I'm thinking it looks sort of like the Mario 64 type game. So I hope that's good. And then a Maximo for the PlayStation 2. I didn't have this in my collection. I know it's set in the Ghosts and Goblins universe. I can't beat any of the Ghosts and Goblins. I should maybe try to get into those sometime. I don't know if I have the patience for that. The only hard game I've ever beaten is Ninja Gaiden, but that's not really that hard because you have unlimited continues. Oh, and then EmeraldGameCave will be happy with me. I got this Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City Collector's Edition in the steel book. Really nice looking. I have this on the Xbox, but I didn't have it on PlayStation 3. So I got Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City there. And then it's me, Mario. Mario Sunshine. I already have this on GameCube, but I can't pass that up. I could get like $8 for this at GameStop. I might wait till they do a promotion. I could get even more for it. So I got all these for $10. I was happy I found that yard sale. It was later on in the day too. Then at the Goodwill, I picked up Splinter Cell Double Agent for PlayStation. That was $2. I already had this on Xbox. I played this back in the day, beat it on our 360 rather. I was just kind of curious to see how PlayStation would pull this game off because it was a later PlayStation 2 game. It was an early 360 game. I usually like these later games on a generation cycle. I like to see what the hardware is able to push towards the end. Then this little kid that holds up a sign. He sits there in front of his house. He has a box full of video games and movies near me, and I always pass him up. I felt bad. He never gets any customers. But I stopped by and I bought some games from him. I spent $20. Not really the greatest deal, but I did want some of these games. $20 isn't bad for these. Didn't want to take advantage of the kids, so Soul Calibur 5, I didn't have that one. I actually played this through last week, the story mode. Soul Calibur is not my favorite series. It's really nice to look at. I'm stupid with fighting games like this. I know there's a lot of strategy involved, but to me it just seems like whoever can mash the buttons fastest. I'm more into Street Fighter, like you have to place your moves, and you have to, I'm sure it's the same way with this too. Cyberneticslayer could tell you about Tekken. It's probably just way over my head, but to me these 3D fighting games just seem like button mashing. I like them though. Tekken is one of my favorites. I'm starting to like Virtua Fighter too, which I think is just whoever can mash the buttons the fastest at the right time. And here is another copy of Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I didn't have this on Xbox 360. I don't know, I might trade this in. This goes for like $8. I could get like $8 for this at GameStop. So I might either trade it in or keep it, I'm not sure. Or I might get rid of the PS3 one. I kind of like this game too. It's just more Street Fighter 4. With Tekken characters that are Street Fighter 4-ified. And then, didn't have these in my collection. I had the first one, but Jak 2 and Jak 3. We have Jak and Daxter. I think my wife came close to beating that, or she did beat it. I can't remember, but now we have the complete Jak and Daxter trilogy on PlayStation 2. Anyway, so I got all those for $20, and that's about it.